Rise and shine, basketball fans. Class is officially in session with one of the more unique games on the CEBL schedule as the Niagara River Lions host the Saskatoon Mamba in its annual school day game. Welcome inside the Meridian Center. I'm J.J. Evison. If the early season has taught us anything, it's that Niagara have a passing grade so far this season. The River Lions enter today's matchup with a 5-5 record, good for third in the East, and a 2-game win streak after taking care of Brampton on Monday, but there is no recess in the standings. Saskatoon enter with a 4-5 record of their own, also on a 2-game win streak, including a 2-point victory over Ottawa earlier this week. And so both teams showing a similar degree of resilience early in the season. The lesson is simple: 2 hot teams, 2 win streaks, and 4-ish quarters, including target score time to decide who has the better grade. To get you set, let's send it over to Sean Woodley and Joe Razzo.
Thanks, JJ. Well, this sure beats going to class, doesn't it? Welcome inside Meridian Center. Sean Woodley here alongside Joe Razzo as the Mamba slither into the Lions' den. Both these teams kind of finding some form here, Joe. It's been nice to see Khalil Ahmad back with the Niagara River Lions as well. Should be a fun one. The Mamba have won 4 of the last 5 after starting 0-4 as well. What are you looking for from this one?
Well, I think what you find is the schedule tells you, and sometimes the development of a team tells you, when teams are going to play well. And the Mamba right now are playing the best basketball they've played in 2 years. And the River Lions are finding form with a 2-game win streak. So we've got 2 good teams playing right now. Both teams like to score the ball. They both shoot the 3 quite a bit. And the one number that you've got to be protective if you're the Mamba is how many points you give up. And that's something that they've got to really work hard on. But they do share the ball. They both these teams have good bigs inside, but they have dominant backcourts, mostly made up of imports.
For the River Lions, you mentioned that backcourt. Khalil Ahmad is now 3 games into his season after finishing up his season overseas, and his last game was his best so far. 37 points as the River Lions take down the Brampton Honey Badgers. That team started red hot. They've lost 3 in a row. The Eastern Conference is now quite a race. Scarborough is out to an 8-1 start, but what does Khalil Ahmad mean for this River Lions team, and how great was it to see him have that 37-point game against Brampton earlier this week?
Yeah, he's incredibly important to this team, but he had to work his way onto this team because there was only 3 guys left from last team. So coming in, it's a slow take, and then against Brampton, he really shined. He was special, and they looked for him. They did a nice job of feeding the fire. So Khalil Ahmad is no question. He is the Lion King. But the key part with Khalil is he doesn't have to score to be the Lion King.
Yeah, 9 assists in that game against Brampton earlier this week as well. For the Mamba, winners of 4 of their last 5. They have been turning things around. We're going to pick that up and talk about the Mamba in a little bit. We're going to get the stage set with the keys to the game as well. We'll hear from Kimball McKenzie, head coach of the River Lions, and that's all coming up. You're watching the Canadian Elite Basketball League. It's on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and on YouTube. We've got all your school day action on the way.
Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, to put that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger, the players got better, the quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian Boost.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're gonna have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is a trail, this is the real, and all that I gotta say, I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Sliding away, what a block from behind.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun, or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Welcome back inside the Meridian Center. I'm joined now by Anton from St. Denis Catholic School. He's got a couple of questions for head coach Kimball McKenzie.
Coach, how does it feel to have the support of all these schools here today?
Amazing, amazing. The energy at this game is always one of the best, so we're looking forward to playing in front of all the students today.
What were the preparations that went into this massive game today?
Same as usual, same as usual. We prepare this for every game, into what they do well, coming out aggressive.
Thank you, Coach. Sean, back to you.
Thanks so much, Anton. Great work, and thanks to Kimball McKenzie for taking the time. And we're going to take a look now at the keys to the game for the Saskatoon Mamba, presented by CDIC. Joe, what do you have for Saskatoon here as they look to make it 5 out of 6?
Well, number one is transition D. They got to get back on defense as a group. They rank 10th on defensively. They've given up over 100 points a game. Transition D is their key concern. Decision making. They got to try to control the pace. They can be fast on offense, but they got to try to slow Niagara down on defense. And then they got to build on their success. 4-1 their last 5 games, playing real solid basketball.
And what about those CDIC keys to the game for the River Lions, the home side?
Well, the first one is don't settle. They take the most three-point shots in the league at 32, but they get to the free throw line the least amount, so they can't just settle on shots. They've got to be able to attack the rim. They got to rebound with 5. Board before you break. Don't be leading out, because this is a good rebounding team. Then they got to use the juice, and that's the juice in the gym. They've got to use the arena. They got to use this crowd. They got to use the 11 a.m. start. They can't start off slow. They've got to make sure that they keep this crowd involved for 40 minutes.
Let's take a look now at the starting 5s for both Saskatoon and Niagara. For Saskatoon, you got Jalen Williams, Tavian Dunn-Martin, and Tevian Jones, the 3 import players, alongside Devontae Bandu, the longtime CEBL vet, and Jaden Bediaka, who's been huge for this Mamba team so far this season. For the River Lions, you got Khalil Ahmad, Nathan Kyle, Donald Carey Jr., J.D. Mula, who's been a nice addition this year, and Keontae Kennedy rounding things out for Kimball McKenzie. And now our players to watch. Joe, you've highlighted one player from the Mamba. Who you got?
Jaden Badiako. I think he's got to be, in my consideration, the most improved player in the league. Mr. Coffee with 10 double-doubles and he counting. You know, he played he's from Ridley College. He's coming home. He's got a chance, but his game has improved. He shoots 66% from the floor, so he only takes shots that he can make, and he's turned into a pretty solid passer. The big man can catch the ball and move to the basket, and he makes himself visible to the passers. Watch him block shots. He's one of the league leaders in shots blocked, and he uses his size, and he's not apologetic about it.
And for the River Lions, Joe, who do you have as your player to watch today?
Where Jaden Badiako was high profile, J.D. Mula wasn't high profile, but this guy is a rebounding machine. He's got double-digit rebounds in every league he's played, and every year he's played in a bigger professional league. This year coming from Lithuania, averaging 10 boards a game. He's given Niagara a two-headed monster at the center position. He is a very good passer and a huge motor. Undersized big, but he's got the long arms, and he'll make up for it with work and effort. Good matchup.
Those arms absolutely go for days with J.D. Mula. He's been a lot of fun to watch work on the interior so far this season. It's been a very exciting season, or last little week here or so for the Mamba. Of course, they started 0-4. You mentioned J.D. Badiako. What else has gone into them kind of turning things around here?
Well, I think, Isaiah Fox, the coach, I think, getting used to target score time, getting used to the whole league. This was a very inexperienced coaching staff when it started in regards to CEBL experience, but they're forming into it, and I think you can see the whole team likes each other. Very few changes. They've made some major additions. Tavion Jones may have been the missing piece, but getting Badiako back, in particular the 4 games that he's played, they're 4-0.
Yeah. A mild milestone watch. We might not get it here today, but I want to put it out there just to manifest it because I think it would be quite fun. And he did score 37 points in their last game. Khalil Ahmad is 44 points shy of becoming the all-time leading scorer in the CEBL. Former River Lion Ahmed Hill still occupies that top spot. Khalil Ahmad, look, is 44 likely? Probably not, but he's capable of that.
Oh yeah, he's capable of that every single night, but that's an incredible number in a FIBA game. But if he plays the way he's been playing the last few games, he'll get there soon.
Yeah.
Soon coming.
Yeah, he's averaging 24 a game. You'd think it's no more than just a couple of games until he becomes the all-time scoring king in the history of the CEBL as both teams take the floor here as this school day crowd, raucous, packed to the gills, is ready to cheer on this home side. River Lions, they'll be wearing their home whites with the blue and green trim, while the Saskatoon Mamba will be sporting their purple and green road numbers with the black numbers on the font. The officials for today's game are crew chief Christine Vong, umpires Vern Bavel and Seth Schwartz. And the official game ball of the CEBL is Spalding, who are bringing you our tip-off here today. River Lions, Mamba, school day action here in the CEBL. It all gets started momentarily. It'll be Mula and Bediako on the jump in center court.
Yeah, and some people haven't seen the Mamba play. Tavion Dunn Martin might be the size of some of those kids here at the arena, but I'll tell you, he plays like a man. This guy is Mr. Excitement, one of the leaders in the league in 3 points made and attempted. Be in for a treat, folks.
19 points a game for Dunn Martin, the 5'8" lead guard. Played for Florida Gulf Coast in the NCAA. And we're off as the Mamba win the tip, and Dunn Martin will get the offense set up here. On this school day game, the River Lions faithful, as always, standing until the River Lions get on the board. They'll need a stop before they can get to business on offense. And there's a nice drive, but a miss there at the rim. Tevian Jones can't connect, and here's Khalil Ahmad with it.
Tevian Jones started with Vancouver this year. They run the first play. He makes a nice read and curls, just doesn't finish.
Nathan Kayo, the second all-time leading Canadian scorer in CEBL history. He'll flash down to the post. Rises and fires, misses, and Saskatoon comes away with it. Here's Devontae Bandu. Hit ahead pass, swatted away there by those long arms of number 21, J.D. Mula. It's out of bounds, Mamba ball, 19 on the clock.
How about the athleticism of Badiako? Finishes off on the rebound, but then runs the floor. That's the pace that Saskatoon likes to play with.
Jalen Williams thought about it. Over to Bediako. He'll drive on Kayo. Off 2 feet. Push shot's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. One of the most improved players in the league. He gets it at the high post, gets himself to his range, and knocks down the shot.
Ahmad takes the Mula screen, rises up from deep. Misses the 3. Williams comes away with it. Dunn Martin. Cross to Jones. The 3 is good. Tevian Jones.
Yeah. Secondary break. They space out real well, find their shooters.
And Keontae Kennedy hits right back, and the River Lions are on the board.
Both these teams like to play fast-paced offense.
Dunn Martin up high. Eula in space. Bediako with the little sky hook, and that's no good. Collected there by Ahmad. Kayo thought about the 3, instead drives, and that's swatted away by Jalen Williams at the rim.
That's a great block. Nice move by Kyle. I thought Niagara was settling early in the game. Kyle takes it to the basket. He thought he got by Williams, but Williams said no way.
A lot of bounce on this Mamba team. Carey. Little step through, swings it over. Kayo now drives, and looking for a cutter that wasn't there. Jones with it. Little Euro step and finish for Tevian Jones.
Kayo's paid the price twice now by not being at full speed on his finish and on his pass there.
Kayo. Mula. Back to Ahmad. Kayo puts it on the deck. Dumps it off. Mula underneath. Patient. Misses it. Gets his own miss. Puts it back.
Yeah, but that was the Badiako factor right off the bat. He was looking for Badiako on the first attempt.
Jones for 3. That's good. Tevian Jones, hot start.
Tevian Jones has scored all over the CEBL with Scarborough, with Vancouver, with Winnipeg.
Ahmad snaking into the paint, kicks to the corner. Kayo, 3, off. Bandu now. Dunn Martin. Behind the back. A whirling dervish into the paint, and he gets it to go on the midi.
And that's what this Mamba team can do. They're knocking down from 3, and all the smallest man on the court gets to the middle of the paint.
Donald Carey up top to Ahmad. Carey up top. Kennedy for 3. That's no good. Collected by Mula, offensive board with the hustle. Kennedy for 3. That's off. And Jones comes away with it.
Niagara's got an advantage on size, specifically on the guard position, but here they are settling for the 3s. This is one of the things I thought would get them in trouble.
Bediako deep position, up and through. Bediako doing his work early there.
This whole Saskatoon team is doing early work.
9-point early lead for the road team. Ahmad in the corner. He's going to back down the smaller Dunn Martin. Over to Carey on the wing. Back up top. Ahmad, 3, off. The lanky Tevian Jones checking the stove and not still on. He's going to take a seat as DeJuan Gordon's going to check in. Another import player for Isaiah Fox in the Mamba.
A nice run by the Mamba, doing it on both ends of the floor, playing fast offense, but then, working Niagara deep into the clock.
Here's Kayo. Kennedy now. Thought he might have had some space to let one rip, but gets into the offense with Hollis. Down to Lufile underneath, recently checked in. Elijah Lufile, patient work underneath to score the 2.
But again, there's Badiako. Lufile was looking for Badiako. Good success for Niagara, putting the ball inside.
Bandu thought about it, then puts it up.
Yeah.
Cashes the 3.
Niagara's playing bad dare you defense here. You can't let Devontae Bandu open for the shot.
One of the great three-point shooters in CEBL history, Devontae Bandu, been doing it for a while. Kennedy with the miss at the rim. Dunn Martin now is team up 10. Williams in the corner, and it's a red-hot start here. Kibble McKenzie wants a timeout. 20-7, the Saskatoon Mamba looking to spoil the school day game here at Meridian Center. Riverline's got some things to figure out. We'll see if they can coming up with more of the first quarter. You're watching the Canadian Elite Basketball League, and you're doing so on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. More ahead.
You don't just feel your body, you feel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Back inside Meridian Center, we got to look at the Jalen Williams block on Nathan Kayo. An indicative play to you, Joe.
Yeah, I thought that spoke volumes. Here's Niagara trying to get to the basket, and Kayo going pedestrian-like to the basket. Not against this team today, and that's been, one team is playing at one speed, one team's playing at the other, one team's playing with much more emotion. To me, that showed Williams got back, got beat, but got back to finish the play. And that's been the Mamba the first 5 minutes of this game.
Mamba shot out of a cannon to start this game. 8 of 11 from the field. They lead 20-7 as we pick up the first quarter here. Just over 4 minutes to play. Keontae Kennedy drives, swatted. Lufile comes away with it. He's got dudes all around him, and it's just plucked away by Jaden Bediako underneath. Dunn Martin, wing 3 in transition, and the Mamba pick up right where they left off before the timeout.
You make a mistake, we'll make you pay. Lufile gets the rebound but doesn't kick it out. And all of a sudden there's a breakout, another 3 in transition for the Mamba.
Kennedy. Now Kayo's going to drive from the corner. Goes up a little stronger this time, and he's fouled. Nathan Kayo will head to the line for 2. And while he does that, we'll remind you, you can follow at CEB League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more for all 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League. That's at CEB League on all social platforms. Kayo to the line here for 2. Hits the first. Did you like that stronger take from Kayo there, Joe?
Yeah, I think, that's exactly what we spoke about. Like, he went to Bediako, right? You can't go away from Bediako. If you want to go attack a shot block, you got to get into their bodies. And right now, Bediako has, left a calling card near the rim that he's around.
Kayo hits both. It's a 14-point game. And the River Lions are going to force a turnover here, an over and back violation, as Trey Townsend just recently checked into the game and is going to get charged with that turnover.
Nothing motivates you like the bench. Cameron Warrens comes off the bench, and look at that play. Not only did he cause the steal, but he dove and caused the turnover. That's what Niagara needs, a little bit more of that.
Another sub in for the Mamba, number 33, Jamal Fuller. Ahmad, 3. Lufile with the offensive rebound. He'll go to work. Bediako's there, though. Back up to Ahmad, 8 on the clock. He rejects the screen, gets it swatted away. It's going to stay here with the River Lions, 4 on the shot clock.
When you're playing against a big man like Bediako and you get those offensive rebounds, if you're not going to put it up quick, your job is to get it out. Elijah Lufile sticking with the ball a little bit too long for Niagara.
Hollis in the corner has to put something up at the buzzer, and nothing doing there. Fuller to the corner. Dunmartin thought about it. Back up to Fuller. Big crossover. Dumps it off. Bediako underneath. Puts it up.
This team is moving downhill no matter who's coming off the bench. Fuller with a nice attack and great pass.
Ahmad. Jump pass. Didn't quite know where he was going with that, and DeJuan Gordon is fouled on the fast break.
Yeah, Khalil Ahmad out here not setting the table usually. Khalil Ahmad dominates going to the rim. And all of a sudden you see him today, he's not playing the way he did the other day. Bad turnover and transition baskets for Saskatoon.
Gordon head to the line here. While Gordon heads to the line here for the unsportsmanlike free throw, Cal Tire is a proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com.
I know there's a bunch of teams like Scarborough up there in the standings, and you look at all over, but the CBL is still a league of parity for me.
Yeah.
Effort still wins. If you can outwork a team in this league, you can still get the W. It doesn't have to be talent driven, but if you, and right now we're seeing that. Just straight effort, desires, all leaning towards Saskatoon, and they're dominating this game.
I'd also say to your point, Joe, I mean, the addition of Bediako, he's played 4 games, they're 4-0 with him. It's kind of giving this team some shape, right? They make a lot of sense on the floor in the way these guys blend, and there's Jones, big wing scorer, gets blown up at the rim, and the River Lions come away with it. Down 18 here in the first quarter. Still plenty of time to get back in this one, but they got to start stringing together some stops and buckets now. Lufile working with TJ Law. Law rises and fires. Leaves it short. Cam Warren's on the glass, though. He's bringing some energy. Can't get it to go. Hits it under the backboard, but Lufile comes away with it, and he will go to the free throw line after a good second and third effort by the River Lions underneath.
Yeah, good effort inside, offensive rebound, not many of them. Bediako goes an 8-minute stretch there.
And we're going to see Easton Tim check in here wearing number 55, and Jedin Bediako is going to take a seat, and I would imagine the River Lions are relieved to see Bediako go to the bench. He's been everywhere defensively so far, and on the offensive end for the Mamba. Lufile misses the first of 2.
Yeah, the Mamba do a great job of playing with 4 guys and Bediako. Bediako will run the floor for you, do stuff, he'll protect the rim. But offensively, they space the floor so well, so it's hard to double down on Bediako.
Lufile splits the pair. River Lions into double digits now, trailing by 17. DeJuan Gordon. Just splits the D, lefty finish, that's smooth.
DeJuan Gordon is a slasher. He will take the ball to the basket, give him the opportunity. Now he shows you can get on defense too.
Hollis in the corner. I think he banked that in from this angle. Not easy to do from the corner, but Curtis Hollis with the 3. Gordon with it now. Swung over to Fuller. Fuller sizing up Carey. Over to Jones, 2 on the clock, puts it up from deep, and it's off. The River Lions get the stop. Hollis finds TJ Law, he'll attack. Back to Hollis. Now Carey, he'll rise from the corner. That's no good. Fuller comes down with a one-handed board. Tough board there by Jamal Fuller. Keeps his dribble alive, and he's fouled there by Curtis Hollis.
This might be the best example of the two teams offensively. Saskatoon's catching the ball, ready to shoot. If not, they move the ball. Niagara takes a dribble to get themselves set to shoot, to get themselves set to dribble. That dribble is stalling the offense and making it easier for the defense.
That .5 basketball, quick decision making. Here's Fuller. He takes the screen from Tim, sees two bodies, Tim in the lane, and a nice stand there by Cam Warrens at the rim. Warrens bringing it a little bit off the bench here for Kimball McKenzie. Lufile with some hustle on the floor. Fuller's trying to grab it, forces the jump. It's going to stay here with the River Lions.
Yeah, Lufile did some hustle on the floor there, but on the initial pass, he's got this post up on a smaller guy, and he gets himself caught leaning against the player, and therefore he can't reach out for the pass.
Lufile works the handoff with Cameron Warrens. Tim switched onto him. Warrens, in and out dribble. And he's going to call for the travel. Tough possession there for Niagara.
Yeah, and that's a situation where Warrens has got the matchup that he wants, but get your dribble back. Pass it, get it back like a boomerang, and then you're set again. Don't force the play. And Niagara right now using the dribble to a disadvantage.
Gordon running point here with Dunn Martin on the bench. Tim sets the screen. Gordon's got Lufile on him. Drives and spins away from the help. Kick to the corner. Townsend 3, left short. Fuller gets the putback to go, but it's going to be after the buzzer. They're going to say no basket. And 29-13, the Saskatchewan Mamba lead after a rip-roaring first quarter for the visiting side. Riverline's got a lot of work to do. We'll come back for the second quarter. You're watching the Canadian Elite Basketball League on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Quarter 2 next.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From High Rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back to the Meridian Center, everybody. Since it's a school day game here, we thought we'd take a trip back to the classroom and dig through some old school photos. As we take a look at the River Lions first, head coach Kimball McKenzie already had that look of somebody plotting his next move. Aside from a few tattoos and longer hair, the Lion King Khalil Ahmad looks pretty similar. Captain Elijah Lufile proves that some things never change, that smile lighting up the classroom long before it lit up locker rooms. And Curtis Hollis somehow pulled off the impossible, looking older in high school than he does right now. Gentlemen, we are not immune up here either. As we take a look at the broadcast team, Sean Woodley, we'll start off with him. A Blue Jays fan from an early age, Joe Razzo, somehow already dressed for a board meeting, and yours truly fully committed to the early 2000s starter pack Hollister shirts, puka shell necklaces. The good news is that everyone in those photos eventually found their calling. The bad news, gentlemen, is those pictures now exist forever.
And you know what, JJ? D. Balsera's wearing my suit now.
D not even on the broadcast and catching strays. Thanks for that, JJ. I don't know where you dug those up, but good work. Well done. And you definitely dug them up just because I've posted too much online is probably the answer to that. Tevian Jones guarded there by Lal in the corner. He's going to get called for the foul.
And if you're Niagara, that's not a bad sign, that foul. It's telling you that they're starting to guard the ball. And right now, Niagara hasn't controlled the basketball. That whole quarter went by, and the Mamba have been able to do whatever they want with the ball.
Just 21% shooting in that first quarter for the River Lions as well. Jones wide open, pick and pop three, cashes it.
Yeah, you can't let the best shooter on the floor that wide open.
Ahmad guarded by Fuller. Takes a couple of screens. Over to Cole Long. He'll let it rip from downtown. That's no good. Mueller trying to fight on the glass. It's going to stay here with the River Lions. Some good second effort by J.D. Mueller.
The River Lions with their 12th three already. I still think they have a matchup situation inside at the guard spot, but they're settling on those threes, and they're not shooting the ball as well as Saskatoon is.
2 of 12 from downtown to start this game for Niagara. Long to Ahmad. 7 on the clock. He'll size up Townsend into the paint. Great defensive stand there by Trey Townsend, and the Mamba come back the other way, looking to push this past 20. Gordon. Up top to Fuller. He'll drive on Cole Long. Met by Mueller at the rim. Tim underneath. The second effort, no good, but there's Fuller again. That's swatted by Long, who comes away with it. Long into the lane, swatted by Townsend with another defensive stand at the rim. But Cam Warrens with the fortuitous bounce to the corner buries the three.
Yeah, Cole Long did a great job on the boards, great job on the offensive rebound after that.
Jones. Warren's up in his grill, and it's turned over. Long, head up. Into the corner, Warren's from the other corner. That's symmetry, baby.
The bench group right now of Long, Warrens, and Lal have been the key for Niagara.
Timeout called by Isaiah Fox and the Mamba. It's 32-19. River Lions showing life. More from the second quarter at Meridian Center on a school day. Coming up, you're watching the Canadian Elite Basketball League on CBC Gem YouTube and CEBL Plus.
High-octane fun for the whole family. Motorsports events lined up all summer long. Everything from drag racing, drifting, and everything in between. Test your skills on our private track with your own vehicle, or try out our powerful F2000s. We're just 90 minutes from Toronto and the Niagara region. Go to our website for upcoming event info. Toronto Motorsports Park Cayuga is a proud sponsor of Niagara River Lions basketball.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Back inside, Meridian Center, 13-point deficit for the home side River Lions. And a big reason for that, Joe, is a cold start for Khalil Ahmad.
Yeah, the cold start for Niagara. I think you're right. I think Khalil Ahmad came out here and it just didn't match the intensity that he brought the last game. And I think his ability to attack the rim is something that Niagara desperately needs.
0 for 4 to start the game. 3 of those shots coming from deep for Khalil Ahmad. No assists, 1 turnover, just 1 rebound. They'll need more from him if they want to continue cutting into this Mamba lead, as Devontae Bandu will walk it up. Jones. Setting that heavy screen. And Ahmad reads that, comes away with the steal. Warren's the other way. He'll go up. Tough finish, Cam Warren.
If you play defense, good things happen. Khalil Ahmad plays great defense off the ball, gets the steal, gets the run out.
That's a personal 8-0 run for Warrens. And Bandu snaps it with the up and under finish.
Here's Ahmad, just had a great series off the ball, now had a bad series. Got caught looking at the ball. What does Bandu do? He just goes right behind him.
Ahmad looking for Cole Long. He's got the smaller Dunn-Martin on him. He'll just go right up and over him and score. And take advantage of the mismatch.
That's the matchup you want. If they're going to switch on it, you want. They do a good job with Martin on Khalil early.
And Bediako catching on the roll. Big target there. And takes his time and finishes.
And a good spot to pass Bediako the ball high.
Ahmad has Bandu in jail and lays it up and in.
Nice snake move off the ball screen by Ahmad. You're absolutely right. Had Bandu in jail.
Dunn-Martin into the paint. Up to Bediako. Free throw line. Jimmy is good.
This is a weapon that Bediako has improved this year. If he can stay out there and expand his game a little bit, then you got to play him on that pass.
Ahmad weaving his way through, and a couple of buckets now for Khalil Ahmad attacking the basket. It's almost like you're onto something, Joe. Dunn-Martin loses his footing. He'll reset it. 10 on the shot clock. Slips it there to Bediako with the pocket pass, and Jaden Bediako and one. Great work there in the two-man game with Tavy and Dunn-Martin.
That's an amazing play by Bediako because he got the ball far from the rim. And Niagara comes and recovers. They got a chance of taking the charge, but he avoids that and plays through the contact. What a start by Jaden Bediako.
Big, long strides for him as he makes his way to the line. New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jerseys now by visiting CEBL.ca. 3-point play converted by Bediako. It's a 41-27 edge here for the Mamba. Again, winners of 4 of their last 5, really finding their form after an 0-4 start to the season. Kennedy got the smaller Dunn-Martin on him. He'll go to work. And just a very handsy steal there. Great play by Dunn-Martin. Bandu driving baseline. Dumps it, but loose ball squirts to Williams. Down to the corner. Bandu for 3.
Devontae Bandu. Some guys are givers and some are receivers. This guy is a receiver. Give him the ball and he will make good things happen.
TJ Law driving, little floater, pops out, fight for it, and Bediako comes away. Dunn-Martin up to Jones on the wing, thought about it, to the corner, Bandu, and he'll even it up with a 3 from the corner as well.
This looks similar to Warren's run.
Yeah.
Play good defense, run out, find the hot shooter.
Ahmad got a few inches here on Dunn-Martin. He'll go to work. Leaves it short.
But you notice Bediako doesn't leave the paint.
And Dunn-Martin, audacious 3 from way downtown. And he makes finger guns at the bench.
Back to back to back.
23-point lead. Timeout called by Kimball McKenzie. Let's take another look here at Tavian Dunn-Martin. Right near the logo.
Yeah, this team is coming out full of confidence, knocking it down.
That happened quick.
The 3 possessions in a row, and it started with Bandu, found a little bit of confidence on the backdoor cut, then turns around and gets the open 3, then in transition, and it's the organization of Saskatoon. They get back on defense, they build their defense, and they run with 5.
Looks like they're giving a sportsmanlike foul to Tavian Dunn-Martin.
And it looks like there's 2 on the court.
Yeah. While we get that sorted out, we'll take a look at some of Devontae Bandu's work from downtown.
So the key part is, that's Warren's there. So Warren's does the same thing. Inside out, he was the hot shooter. He had a run of 2 in a row. And Bandu does the exact same thing down the other side. They find him in the corner. Loose ball, he runs to the corner, makes himself visible to the catch, knocks it down. Again in transition, they know where he is. He spaces, no dribble, his feet are set, he's knocking it down.
Shooters are always ready to shoot, Joe.
Well, you know, as a coach, my rule was if you catch the ball in your range, you better be ready to shoot.
Yeah.
First thought is shot. If you catch the ball outside of your range, then you better make it one more pass and get into your range, because the dribble is what kills the offense. It's the ball stopper. And Niagara right now is full of ball stoppers. Yeah. They catch it, they dribble, they catch it, they dribble, where this Saskatoon team is just moving the basketball and creating closeouts.
JJ has poked his head into the officials table. I think he's got a bit of a readout on what has gone down in the break here. JJ.
All right, Sean, Joe, Tavian Dunn-Martin gets the first technical foul for the elaborate celebration and the gun gestures. And then there's an offsetting technical. It's going to go on Tevian Jones and the Niagara River Lions bench. So it appears as though Niagara will have 1 free throw and possession of the ball. Gentlemen.
Thanks for that, JJ.
Well, yeah. And that sounds about right. Unless, like if you've got 2 technicals, then they're offsetting. If you have the third one in there, then that's the difference. I don't know if that's correct right now because nobody's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, still some stuff being sorted out here as Isaiah Fox and Kimball McKenzie chat with the officiating crew at center court.
So the key part here is, there was an unsporting foul earlier in the game, and I think it was Hollis. If Hollis now is the one with the technical,
right,
then Hollis could be removed from the game.
Right.
Because the addition of an unsporting-like and a technical combined is an elimination. That might be the discussion right now, because I was pretty sure it was Hollis with the unsportsmanlike on the open layup.
So crew chief Christine Vong is now filling in the scores table. Either way here, Joe, whatever comes out of this, the River Lions need to get things back on track here.
So, like I said, I was speculating on that because I didn't know who the other technical was on. But this is a FIBA rule that you got to be aware of. When you take the unsportsmanlike foul, it's almost like a soccer, the yellow card, the second yellow card.
Got to be on your best behavior the rest of the way.
This is taking way too long right now.
The Macarena is being done by the children in the stands. They're not so worried about the break in action.
Man, I wish in my career that officials would spend this much time talking to me.
So we will have Khalil Amon head to the free throw line, it looks like. For 1 free throw.
So 23-point lead here for Saskatoon.
Ahmad hits the technical free throw, and now the River Lions will maintain the ball here, and we'll get things back and rolling.
Sometimes you don't want to wake up, the Giant here, and I thought Dunn Martin hit that big three back to back to back. Sometimes you don't want to stir it up.
So Khalil Ahmad has it now. Kayo, Hollis, and a dart of a pass, but it's deflected and stolen. And Dunn Martin has it now.
No, Dunn Martin's not no issues with taking another one. Talk about just oozing with confidence.
Hollis now going to work. Puts it up. That's no good. Bediako, contested board underneath. Mamba the other way. And out of bounds, going to stay here with the Mamba with 17 on the shot clock. Jones. Dunn Martin. And a kickball called. It's going to stay here. 14 on the clock. Mamba still have it.
Yeah, that's a big break for the Mamba. The ball goes off of Kennedy. Referee decides it kicked it. And it looked like it was unintentional, so big break for the Mamba.
Jalen Williams. Bandu hits Bediako with the pocket pass, and he follows his own miss and puts it back and through.
Yeah, that rotation by Niagara was absolutely embarrassing. You know Bediako's going down the middle. You can't let him catch and then stop. You got to stop him before he gets down to the lane.
Kayo going to work. Bediako is there. He has to kick it back up. Lufile in the dunker spot, and that is again contested by Jaden Bediako. He's everywhere in this game. Jones, Bandu now. Back up to Jones on the wing. Bediako rolling again. The pass dribbles along the ground, but he picks it up and puts it through again. They just cannot defend that action right now.
There's another situation. Ball goes off someone's legs, and the referee called a live ball. And Saskatoon takes advantage of it.
Ahmad into the lane, pass to nobody in the corner, and another stop here. Mamba looking to push this lead to more than 30.
Wow, and they are not taking their foot off the gas. We saw that after the technical. Tavian Dunn Martin comes down and says, yeah, take this one again, bang, and he knocks it from the other side.
Dunn Martin has Kennedy guarding him. 12 on the clock. Bediako will come and screen once again. Dunn Martin sees a couple bodies. Pulls up. That is Cash, Tavian Dunn Martin.
I'm not sure why, when he steps back, that they don't close out on him. Make him put the ball, get to the ground.
Bediako swats Ahmad at the rim. There's just nothing for the River Lions around the rim when he is there.
I just love the fact that the Mamba are showing absolutely no respect to the River Lions at all. Just dominating them at every level.
Very impressive 18 minutes of basketball here. Jaden Bediako gets a well-deserved breather. He's been outstanding.
And when you're a coach, this is a great feeling because your team's in a super zone.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes left in the first half.
And another empty possession. Dunn Martin up to Bandu in the corner. Sizing up Mula, he drives, puts up the high arcing floater. It's no good. River Lions ball. And Kennedy swoops in from the corner but can't even convert the dunk. And it's out of bounds. Everyone seems to be all right.
I tell you,
to stay here.
Saskatoon is running on both ends of the floor. They ran transition break down. They came back defensively and built with 5 guys. They are working.
Lotto Max now gives you even more chances to win with new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket today. Must be 18 years or older. And that inbound nearly stolen by Gordon, but there's a foul.
But again, this is Saskatoon. That's a scouting report play. Gordon there looking for the steal, and that pass wasn't real efficient, and they almost took it away.
They get it in easily this time to Mula. Now here's Kayo driving, sees a couple bodies, kicks to Kennedy. Now Kayo gets it back in his office. And again, they're passing to phantoms in the corner. That's the second time a River Lions player has thought there's a corner shooter to pass to, and they're just not there.
If you drive the middle, you have to drive to score. If you drive to pass the ball, you're going to be a victim. And Kayo there had no sense at all that he was going to score.
Dunn Martin pulls it back out, up top to Williams. Now here's Gordon, pumps, drives, stops, brings it back out. Sizing up Mula, 5 on the clock. Gordon pulls up. Doesn't get it to go, and Hollis the other way. Here's Kennedy now. Up to Kayo. He drives, picks it up, swung over. Ahmad, 3. Misses everything.
Khalil Ahmad having maybe one of the worst halves of basketball he's had in the River Lion uniform so far.
Easton Tim underneath gets that swatted away. It's going to be Mamba ball here, 15 on the clock.
Saskatoon forcing Niagara to chase the ball. And on defense, when you chase the ball, you always end up behind. You've got to control the basketball if you're going to try to stop someone.
And a timeout called here by Isaiah Fox of the Mamba. 37.5 seconds to play in the quarter, 15 on the clock. A bit of a 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Mamba to get a couple possessions. You got to think they're going to try to fire something quick here out of the break.
Yeah, this is a great timeout. It's a use it or lose it timeout. So you look at the 37 seconds here, and what you want is you want to get a shot off if you can before 30-second mark. So you can get 3-4 passes in here, but watch them to try to get their 2-for-1.
Coming up at the half, the CEBL's top 10 plays of Week 5, plus J.J. Evans interviews Mamba head coach Isaiah Fox. Take a look at the first half stats and check in on Joe's key players to watch as well. So 60-28, the Mamba lead. An emphatic road performance here for a Mamba team that's really found its groove lately. 4 of their last 5 games they've come away winners of. But in those games, Joe, they've been very close. A lot of 2-point games, 4-point wins. It's been just sheer dominance tonight. It must be what they've been trying to build towards with these close victories, hopefully paving the way for something more comfortable.
Yeah, and I think, Coach has got them in a zone. They're in a zone on both ends of the floor. They bought in. They like it. Looks like they like to play with each other. They're sharing the basketball, and they've got a lot of offensive scores on the court, but everybody allowing the ball to come to them, not making their shot the offense. They've done a super job, but defensively, they are building around Badiako, and they've done an amazing job of playing good, solid team defense.
So they'll inbound here, looking to get something quick off for the 2-for-1. Dunn Martin in the corner. He's got Warrens on him. And he's just gonna fire from the corner. Out of bounds, and that's a tough break for Niagara. It's gonna stay here. Not a great shot for Dunn Martin. And that sometimes happens when you're going for the 2-for-1, Joe. Sometimes the first shot to get the 2-for-1 is a little rushed, maybe not the best shot.
But how about Niagara? They had 2 guys leaking out. You got to put 5 on the board, and all of a sudden they give the ball back. Board before you break.
Dunn Martin here. Sizing up and blows by Warrens. A contorting finish. Not sure how the physics of that one even worked, but incredible stuff from Tavian Dunn Martin.
He might be 5'8", but man, I'm telling you, his ego is 7 feet tall.
Warrens in the corner for 3, but they're going to call it off as he stepped out of bounds. Tough break there. 2.8 on the clock here. Can the Mamba get a heave up? Or something better than a heave?
You talk about lack of concentration. Here's your best shooter of the day. For Niagara doing a spot up 3, and what does he do? He takes it away from himself.
Well, that heave nearly went down for Saskatoon, which might have been fitting based on the first half we've seen. 62-28, a 34-point lead for the Mamba. An outstanding first half for Isaiah Fox's squad. And the River Lions are here trying to pick up the pieces. They'll try to do that during the halftime break. Wow, I'm kind of speechless. That was a really impressive half of ball.
I'm telling you, Nathan Kyle screamed at me. That, and then they followed up by the pass.
Yeah.
And then the whole team just slept walked.
We're going to send things over to J.J. Evison, who's going to speak with Devontae Bandu, 3 of 3 from downtown in the first half, 11 points. JJ, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Devontae, you're one of 4 Mamba players in double digits. This team is doing it by committee today. Talk to me about the confidence you have in each other when sharing the ball.
I think we've just been going after every day in practice, you know, getting to know one another and playing off one another. So I think it's trying to build. You know, I just got here 2 weeks ago, so I feel like we're trying to get that chemistry, and it's showing right now.
I'm wondering what it's like playing with Jaden Bediako in the 2-man game and how he makes life easy for the guards in those instances.
Absolutely, man. He's a beast out there, and there's a reason why who he is and what he does, and we're happy to have him on our side.
You're playing in your own backyard here in a professional league in Canada. Does it ever get lost on you that there is a pro league in this country now and that you're a part of it?
No, I love it. You know, it's something to do when I come home. Being able to come home and travel the whole world of Canada, I don't think I'd ever get a chance to travel Canada without this league. So I'm very appreciative of this league, and I'm glad I'm playing in it.
Well, we appreciate the time. Best of luck in the second half, all right? You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Sports YouTube and CEBL Plus.
Up to 15 points, and 1 of 1 from behind the arc are the Alliance, and right there, Khalil Ahmad knocks the triple, now second all-time in Canadian Elite Basketball League scoring.
That's pretty special. That's pretty special. It's a lot of points in.
Tries to generate some space. Gilliard knows where he wants to get to. He's there now, driving the lane, puts it up top. And there's the finish from Swan Roger at the horn. And that gives the team and the crowd a huge boost as they hit the halftime in Calgary. Allen over Miller Moore. Rebound put away. The putback by Tillman Jr. And this Sea-Bears team won't be stopped tonight.
Jeremiah Tillman, who all night long has been a terror on the interior. Look at him here. He swim to the front, put it down on 3 Calgary defenders.
River Lions with a 5-point lead. 5 seconds to go. Carey over to Hollis to beat the buzzer. Oh, you bet! Curtis Hollis connects, and the River Lions get a big-time bucket to close out the half.
That 3 ball. Both teams don't shoot the ball well, but 2 straight 3s for the River Lions. Great action, shooting it with confidence. We talked about
a little full court pressure here.
I like
this.
It
nearly caused the turnover, and it does. Warren skies the reverse layup. Oh, the English on the basketball.
I like this. We talked about being disruptive, and that's exactly what that does.
You know, Powell wants a 3 for the win.
Oh, he's hunting it.
Powell for the win. Yep. Oh, it's a perfect finish for Miles Powell. A difficult shot.
Unselfish. He was hunting that 3. We knew that was coming. He was going to get the shot.
He said the 0-7 record that the Surge currently have terrifies him. He knows that this squad is not 0-7 right now and nothing to lose. Look out now.
Look out, Ruggsy. Miller Moore puts it down. That's how you get back into the swing of things.
Reverse City. Ruggsy Miller Moore out of the timeout once again. Wake up the squad.
Duga stopped up by Tynes. Good job defensively. Look to Hornsby. Little back feed to Isaac Jack. Get the foul call. Miller and Ben.
2 points away from the target score. McGowan's inside. Spins up. No. Krause chasing down the rebound, and it's saved by Tillman Jr. Osborne for the win! Yes!
How fitting is that with Isaiah Osborne knocking down the winner? Hustle play there in the performance.
What a debut for Isaiah Osborne. It took him a while to get here. Fans were wondering what he has.
Harmon on the drive. Right at Parolin. Throws it up. 3 seconds to work with. Knight III's gonna have to throw it. Pulls up John Knight III, the leader. He gets it! John Knight III! How do you do? Wow! Lead. Can they hold on to it, folks? Hold on to your seats. John Knight III sends us into the fourth with a highlight reel pull-up tray.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Wire to wire, the Saskatoon Mamba led the entirety of that first half and come away up 34 points over the home side River Lions here on a school day at Meridian Center. Joe, I mean, just an absolute mauling of the River Lions by the Mamba in that first half. Incredible work.
Yeah, and credit goes to the Mamba. They came out here. This is 10 a.m. Saskatoon time, and they came out here on defense, on offense. They played the defense. They found their shooters. They got open shots. They took them. The ball hasn't stopped. This team is in a zone, and right now their decision-making is off the charts. I gotta love the fact that they've only scored 4 bench points, but they know who's open, and the ball is finding the hot shooter. If it's Fadiako inside or the deep threes outside, they are doing everything right. And Niagara, heck, they're looking like the Washington Generals out there. They're letting Saskatoon do whatever they want.
The Mamba have 11 threes made in this game so far, Joe. The River Lions have 10 field goals total in this game. More threes than total field goals. Not a place you want to be if you're the River Lions. If you are the River Lions, I mean, are there any bright spots you can pull from that first half for Niagara?
I think the first thing is about pride.
Yeah.
You know, you got one chance to make a first impression, and this place is packed with kids watching you for the first time. How are they going to leave this gym? Well, I'll tell you right now, Tavian Dunbarton owns the crowd, and Niagara has given it to him just because they're letting him work and cook the way he wants to cook.
Dunbarton with 16 points and 5 assists to lead the way. Well, not leading the way, sorry for the Mamba, as Jaden Bediako has 17 points to actually lead the way. Both those guys have been outstanding. Those two alone have outscored the entire River Lions team by 5 points. It has been very, very impressive indeed from the Mamba. As we take a look now at the first half stats, all tilted one way here, Joe.
And drivenly so, 64% from the three-point line. Man, that's incredible. But they've been open shots and the right shooters shooting them. The 14 assists, you know, keeping their own on the boards. But defensively, these numbers Niagara has been part of Niagara, but a lot of it has to do with Saskatoon. They're not giving up anything easy, and they're doing a great job. They own the half.
All kinds of wild stats in that first half. How about this one for you, Joe? The Mamba have 4 players in double figures so far. The River Lions have one player with more than 5 points.
And the Mamba only had 6 players who scored.
Yeah.
So they're not doing it from their bench, but their bench is doing a great job of coming in and maintaining the flow.
So the River Lions have a whole lot of work ahead of them as they try to make this a game in the second half. They will have the third quarter, 6 minutes of the fourth, and then target score time to try to make something happen. We'll be back to set up more of the second half. Coming up here, you're watching the King Elite Basketball League on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL+.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh, yeah. Like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From high rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Welcome back inside the Meridian Center. I'm joined by Mamba head coach Isaiah Fox. Coach, your team is plus 34 in a half, the largest lead in a half since 2019. You've got to like what you're seeing offensively. 14 assists on 24 made field goal. What are you liking on that side of the ball?
Just what you said. We're sharing the ball. We're playing together. And we're finding our corners in the offense. We got really good shots for our shooters early, so guys stayed hot. And the energy and the togetherness, that's the most important part. 14 assists and 3 turnovers, by far our best half in a long time.
Now, emotions running a little bit high here today. How do you keep your team composed and tenacious on the defensive side here in the second half to prevent any sort of comeback from Niagara?
We just told them in the locker room at halftime, the first 3 minutes are going to be vital. Make sure we keep our composure. As you said, there's a lot of energy in the room, and we know Niagara's going to make a comeback, so we just got to keep our composure, keep doing what we're doing.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Sean, back to you.
Thanks, JJ. Thanks to Coach Fox. So we're going to take a look here at the players to watch that Joe Razzo laid out for us before the game. Joe, what have your impressions been of the guys that you pegged as the important ones coming into this one?
Well, this has been the Jaden Badiako show. 80% field goal, 17 points, 6 rebounds, halfway to his 11th double-double. He's doing a great job in dominating, not just J.D. Mula, but the entire front court, Elijah Lufili. He's outscored them, he's out-rebounded them, and he's made a difference. He's the protector of the rim, and it's almost like an honor. He's always around, and he plays on the ball and off the ball.
And then on offense, I mean, they just have had no answer for him as a pick-and-roll man, right? He gets into the lane, and there's just no resistance whatsoever that you're seeing. If you are Coach Kimball McKenzie, How do you address what just happened in that half, in the halftime break, to try to come out and salvage something here in half number 2?
Well, before you start correcting the X and O's, you start correcting the personality.
Sure.
And the River Lions came out like it was 10 a.m. Saskatoon time, and they weren't ready to play.
Yeah.
So you address the effort right off the bat. The technical part of it is you can't let Badiako roll. You have to cut him off and make him shoot contested jumpers. Not contested with your hands, but contested with your feet.
Yeah. And if you're Coach Isaiah Fox, we heard a little there about what the sort of messaging was coming out. The first 3 minutes really important. As a coach, when you are up that much at halftime, what's the messaging? Is it congratulations, good job, guys, or it is keep the foot on the gas?
It's don't play to the score.
Yeah.
Play to what got you the score.
Yeah.
And if you start playing to the score and you start taking shots that you weren't taking in the first half because you've got a big lead, that's when trouble happens. So you watch them. He says the first 3 minutes, and that's not just about outscoring Niagara. That's about maintaining their focus.
I will give credit to the kids here from the local area. They are not dampened by this 34-point edge for the visiting side. They're pretty stoked to be here. It's always a wonder to me, Joe. Every time we have these school day games, I'm reminded of the level of sound that the human ear can hear. Because the notes, they're quite high.
It's great, and they know the lyrics to every song that's being played. It's a fun event. I love it. I think it's a great way for some of these students to start their summer, and hopefully they'll bring their parents and their family back for another game.
Absolutely.
And say, I had a great time.
Absolutely. And yes, we're the two luckiest guys in the building getting to wear headphones while we are in the room. We're getting set here for the second half. The River Lions trailing big time, down 34, as JJ noted in his interview with Isaiah Fox. The largest halftime deficit for a CEBL team since 2019. That was the league's first year of operation. So you don't want to be messing with that kind of history, especially as the home team in an Eastern Conference that you can't lose any ground on the teams ahead of you. Scarborough's not losing. Brampton's got a bunch of wins banked. We'll see if River Lions can pull something off here.
Niagara got to Mount 500, and they just kind of, okay, that's what happened. But a couple no-shows in that first half. Niagara's got to get their guys showing up.
Mula, just 2 points in that first half, going to work on Bediako. Can he carve out some space for himself? He wraps around Bediako's outstretched arm with his long limb and puts it in.
He said, how do you get to a shot block? Get to a shot blocker's body. And you can see him get right underneath him and use that little scoop shot.
Dunn Martin, 16 points in that first half, including a couple of brazen deep triples. A turnover there. River Lions. Ahmad, quick stop and pop from three, no good. Mula underneath. That's not gonna go, and it's the Mamba the other way. Missed opportunity there. And Bediako, way too easy, just roaring down the lane. And Joe Razzo looks, let's say, perplexed.
Yeah, when the big gets down the lane before your guards do, that's not a good sign.
Little floater there from Mula is good, and it's back to 32.
Yeah, you can see Mula, the last three possessions, his intensity has risen.
Jones has Ahmad guarding in his shirt. Ahmad with a foul there, but honestly, Joe, not bad to see a foul of commission there a little bit with some extra effort in the shirt.
Well, you saw it on the first possession. There was a deflection, and the deflection because there was a little bit of ball pressure.
Yeah.
That's something you didn't see in the first half at all from Niagara.
Jones looking for options, finds Dunn Martin, 7 on the shot clock. He'll jitterbug his way into the lane and just misses. Bandu lifting up from the corner. It's a turnover.
Yeah, Dunn Martin got caught there, not looking to score, but looking to drive the middle and pass and left his feet.
Donald Carey Jr. with it. Quiet first half for him.
Yeah, he's a mystery man. He is so talented. I just don't think he gets enough touches.
Kennedy in the lane. That's no good, and the Mamba come the other way with it. Here's Jones. Those long bounding strides of Tevian Jones. Bediako, free throw line jumper. Missed that one. River Lions the other way. And that is going to be an airmail pass there by Ahmad.
Yeah, that's a bad turnover. Almost, like, that's to me is that what got them in trouble in the first half. That was very nonchalant.
9 turnovers in the first half for the Riverlions to Saskatoon's 3. Jalen Williams pulls up from mid-range and cashes it.
Yeah, he uses his size and the dribble. But even when he shoots that, nice balanced attack on that.
Ahmad down to Mula. And he gets fouled there by Bediako underneath. 14 on the clock here for the Riverlions, down 34.
See, the problem that Niagara's having, they're going through Mula inside the post, because if they try to post up someone else, Bediako's just staying.
Kayo backing down Williams. Spins away from the help. He's going to head to the free throw line for a pair.
See, the difference there is now Kayo backs down. Bediako's in the neighborhood, but Bediako's worried if I leave too early, I leave the post open. Good attack by Kayo.
You can secure your seats today for numerous theme games throughout the season as the Riverlions look for a three-peat. Tickets available at riverlions.ca/tickets or by scanning the QR code on the screen as Kayo misses the first of 2. So we heard Isaiah Fox, coach of the Mamba, talk about the first 3 minutes being really important. We're almost 3 minutes in. What are your takeaways from how the Mamba have come out here?
I think they're maintaining the way they're playing. If they're doing a good job on defense, their offense still has a lot of flow.
Dunn Martin. Now to Bandu. Back over to Dunn Martin. 6 on the clock. Drives and gets walled off by a couple bodies there, but a fortuitous bounce to Tevian Jones, and he bangs the mid-ranger.
And that good bounce, good shot. But Dunn Martin, you got to make him attack the paint because he's got such crazy range.
And there's Mula hitting that little push shot once again.
He's got that little Hartenstein hip shot there.
Ooh. Bandu up top. Jalen Williams dead on 3. Leaves it on the rim. Mula getting a deep position, but that is going to be a turnover and Mamba ball.
That's the second wasted turnover Niagara's had in transition. An ambitious attempt to try to throw it downhill, but then when the crowd came, you got to get that ball out.
Dunn Martin takes the screen from Bediako. Thought about firing, but swings it over to Bediako, who gets into the lane. And they're going to call a foul on the floor here. I don't think that basket's going to count.
Bediako, when I said like most improved player, this is an area that he just wasn't comfortable with. It's not only that he's putting the ball on the floor, he's making good decisions.
Come see the next chapter of professional basketball in Saskatoon. Tickets available by scanning the QR code or by visiting saskatoonmamba.ca/tickets. And the way they're playing, this is a team you're going to want to watch in person if you're up there in Saskatoon. Jones, 3, off. Kayo with it. Pushing. Warrens now. Probably the standout player for the Riverlions so far today. Relocates. Can't get the friendly roll. Williams with the rebound. Bandu. Back to Williams. He'll drive. Swings it and stolen there by Warrens. Good anticipation. Bowling ball down the lane. And Cam Warrens lays it in. He's up to 10 points.
Niagara has decided that they're going to try to play Bediako without a true center. That'll help them on the offensive end, but they're going to have to work with 5 on the defensive side.
And a travel call there on Tevian Jones.
So Cole Long has got the job. So now, if the Mamba might slow the Mamba down, might make him forced to put it into Bediako, but on defense now, it's going to force Bediako to come away from the rim.
Carey directing traffic. Just disjointed stuff here from the River Lions in the half court.
But because now you're asking somebody to do something they're not used to. You're asking Cole Long to play the big.
Yeah.
Here's a guy who's been a spot-up shooter. Now you're asking him to play the 5. And sometimes nothing slows down an athletic teams like thinking.
Right. Carey lets it go from the corner and gets it to fall. Donald Carey Jr. finally on the board.
He is shooting the ball better than anybody on this River Lion team, and I'm always shocked that he doesn't get the most shots up.
Dunn Martin is going to get fouled there. Mamba will keep it here. 14 reset on the shot clock. And we're going to go into a TV timeout. We'll come back on the other side. Rest of the third quarter ahead as the Saskatoon Mambas carry a 28-point lead over the River Lions. You're watching the CEBL on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
High-octane fun for the whole family. Motorsports events line up all summer long. Everything from drag racing, drifting, and everything in between. Test your skills on our private track with your own vehicle, or try out our powerful F2000s. We're just 90 minutes from Toronto and the Niagara region. Go to our website for upcoming event info. Toronto Motorsports Park Cayuga is a proud sponsor of Niagara River Lions basketball.
Welcome back to Niagara, where the River Lions have worked their 34-point deficit down to 28 here early in the third quarter. Let's talk about Mamba head coach Isaiah Fox. He is one of a handful of fresh head coaches here to the CEBL this season. And prior to tip-off, he told me, just like his team, he's learning to navigate this league, the FIBA rules, the target score time, and all of it is slowly coming together. We're starting to see a little bit of that here on display today. One thing that's not lost on him is this game, the school day game. He plucked 2 kids from St. Denis School prior to the game to help rebound for his team to shoot around. Now that was partly out of necessity, as Saskatoon only traveling with 2 coaches and an athletic trainer on this 2-game road trip, but still making the day of 2 kids from school here in St. Catharines. Sean.
I mean, we can throw to Joe too. He's cool. But yeah, thanks JJ, that was awesome. And very cool stuff from Isaiah Fox before the game. And that's a tough look from Dejuan Gordon. It doesn't go down.
But the clock ends there, and Niagara, again, not in with 5 guys rebounding.
Easton Tim fighting underneath, and it's going to stick here.
If you are going to be small, and Niagara is small right now, it is mandatory that everybody get their DNA and everybody searches the basketball on boarding. This is just an extension of a little bit of what they did in the first half.
Jalen Williams short on the midi, and Carey comes away with the board. River Lions looking to cut into this deficit further. TJ Law over to Cole Long, up to Cam Warrens. He'll drive, powers his way to the rim. Cameron Warrens has been the bright spot for the River Lions in this game. Chance to go up to 13 points with a 3-point play.
So going 5 small for Niagara pays benefits on the offensive end. The ball didn't get dribbled, it got moved. Created the closeout. The closeout creates an open space in the middle. Warrens with the take.
Warren's one of the more powerful downhill drivers I've seen in the league this season. Just gets into the paint, hard to stay in front of. He is bowling ball adjacent as a man.
And now they're trying to use Warrens to maybe play Dunn Martin before he gets the ball.
Dunn Martin over to Fuller. He cashes the triple. Jamal Fuller from Tavian Dunn Martin.
Yeah, and Cole Long got caught daring there, and that's a mistake today.
And Carey gets bumped. It'll stay here with the River Lions. 18 on the shot clock. That's the 4th team foul on the Mamba as well. So the next foul will, excuse me, that's the 5th team foul. So that is going to put Donald Carey Jr. at the line.
And if you're Niagara, getting to the line and scoring is one thing, and that's what you got to do, but you can't be giving up easy jumpers, easy threes at the other end. You need a defensive run as much as you needed the offensive run.
Yeah, stringing together stops seems like the only way for this to become anything resembling a close game for the River Lions.
If you can put a stop and run together here against this second unit of the Mamba and get it down to within 20, then you've got some light. You need the small victories before you can think of stealing the big one.
The New York Knicks have made me believe any comeback is possible, Joe. Dejuan Gordon. And there's going to be a foul away from the ball.
But that foul away from the ball is a penalty now, so all of a sudden you put, Dunmartin at the free throw line.
Yep, both teams now over the limit. Tavia and Dunmartin will shoot a pair.
I just don't think teams, players understand time and score well enough.
Yeah.
There's a way to play defense, and then there's a way to play defense when you're in the penalty. You've got to know the difference.
It's a real skill.
But it's an awareness, too. Yeah. And I think that's the problem sometimes, is that awareness factor.
Khalil Ahmad back on the floor here for the River Lions. Out there with Warrens, Long, Lal, and Curtis Hollis, who's recently checked in as well. Long lets it go from 3. And it's down to 25. Gordon, 3. Gets it right back.
Yeah, and that's a great shot by Gordon, but if you're Niagara, that can't happen. There's nothing worse than a 95% closeout.
Cole Long drives, and he's fouled underneath. Cole Long will head to the free throw line for a pair. Joe, I bet I could come up with a few things that you as a coach think are worse than a 95% closeout.
Maybe run into a screen might be the other one, but I'm talking about, okay, go ahead.
Okay, what about, you give up the offensive rebound on a free throw.
Same ballpark.
Okay, all right, all right.
No, the reason I say that is you go out to the player, you close out all the way, and then all of a sudden you stop.
Yeah.
You give him that room to shoot it. Why? Like, take away the shot. Get into his shorts. If you're 90, if you give him that 5%, you might as well be 5 all the way back.
Gordon working with Tim. Into the lane, uses the shoulder to clear out Long, but it's a miss at the rim, and here's Warrens going the other way. He'll go up with it. Contested at the rim by Fuller. He fouls him, and Cameron Warrens back to the free throw line, going to try to cut this to 24. Yeah, every point matters here, Joe, with target score time looming. I mean, any bit you can cut into this cushion is going to help matters.
Okay, so he's got a chance now. It's a 26-point lead. You still have a chance to get it under 20. Couple scores here, a little bit of defense, see some light. You got to build on something if you're Niagara.
Gordon's the leading scorer here today for the River Lions. Adds to that. Gordon. Now here's Fuller. Lets it rip from 3. And an attempted follow there, but there's Easton Tim with the third effort. And you look mad.
And I'm looking at Cole Long outside the three-point line.
Yeah.
Like, you can only have so many chances when you're playing small to stop a team.
Hollis sees a couple bodies. Saves it up to Long. 3. Misses the triple. Warren's trying to fight for it on the glass. Long comes away with it to the corner. Now Hollis from the wing. That's no good. Another fight for the board. Here's Ahmad. Warren's 3. Just a tough snake-bitten possession there by the River Lions. Now here's Fuller. Wraparound pass to the corner, and it's tapped away out of bounds by Law. 16 on the clock, Mamba ball.
Yeah, and if you're the River Lions, you got opportunities like that. You got to come away with something. It doesn't have to be a 3, but you got to come away with points.
Dunn Martin skips the pass over to Townsend in the corner. He's going to back down Warrens. Tries to spin into his shot, and a tough contested finish by Trey Townsend.
Yeah, that was a professional post up there. He just used the size, worked the clock.
Ahmad swings to the corner. Lal puts it on the deck. Back to the far corner. Long with it. They'll reset. 8 on the clock. Ahmad dumps it to the cutting Hollis. Nice little dish and dime there by Ahmad. Fuller charging toward the basket. That is going to be a foul, and Jamal Fuller is going to head to the free throw line for a pair.
Yeah, nice take by Fuller. He's been aggressive off the bench. Hit that 3. He's got a lot to say on the court, and he's backing it up with his performance.
Briefly mentioned it earlier, but it's just a couple months ago that Jamal Fuller was playing in March Madness, Joe, for Long Island University, coached by a very fun former NBA player, the guy who I love to watch back in the day, Rod Strickland. One of the more fun, creative point guards there is. And that Long Island team loaded with Canadians, 3 Canadians in the starting 5 Canadians on the roster. And Jamal Fuller led that team in scoring, north of 16 points a game for a NCAA tournament team. Lost in the first round to number 1 seed Arizona, but really impressive stuff.
And Rod Strickland paid his dues as an assistant coach. I got to know him a little bit when he was with the Dominican team, but he spent a lot of time at Kentucky. He's having it, you can see his career as a head coach really propelling after this season at LIU.
Beulah sets the screen there for Ahmad, but doesn't take it. Now into the lane. And it is out of bounds.
Well, look at the collapse of Saskatoon. Khalil Ahmad goes to the lane. All 5 guys have got a foot in the paint, and they're saying, I dare you to throw it out.
Shot clock is off. Last shot here for the Mamba. Dejuan Gordon takes the screen. Looking for an option. Finds Tim. 1 on the clock. Has to get it up. And it's no good. The Mamba will head to the fourth quarter up 27. River Lions cut into the lead a little bit, but not as much as you would imagine Coach Kibble McKenzie would have liked. The fourth quarter lies ahead. We'll see if the Mamba can close this thing out. Fourth quarter and target time on the way on CBC Gem, CEBL Plus, and YouTube.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama.
That anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big times.
He is cooking.
Welcome back to Niagara. Time now for the cruise of the game, presented by Cal Tire. And Joe, we see here a block on one end by Jalen Williams. Jaden Bediako with the pluck, and then all the way coast to coast for the Tavian Dunn Martin wing 3. Kind of sums up what we've seen here tonight.
That's exactly what it sums up. Defense to offense to good shots to making good shots.
11 turnovers forced by the Mamba on the River Lions tonight. Tavian Dunn-Martin up to 18 points in this game to lead the way. I keep doing that. He's not leading the way. It is Jaden Bediako's leading the way with 19.
Yeah, but Tavian Dunn-Martin's driving the bus.
Oh, absolutely. 7 assists for him as well.
And you know what? Coach Fox talked about win those 3 minutes. I think he was, part of it was that third quarter. They stuck to what they were doing. They didn't shoot the three as much. They only made 2 threes that quarter, but they played solid basketball. He's got to be happy with that.
Incredibly efficient basketball as well. They're 55% from the field. They're 56% from deep, averaging 1.42 points per possession are the Mamba in this game.
Heck, the only one that might stop Jaden Bediako from getting his 11th double-double is Coach Fox if this thing turns into a blowout. And, well, if it stays a blowout.
Yeah, he's stuck on 6 rebounds. That's where he was at halftime as well for Bediako.
That's like the old story they talked about Dean Smith, the only guy that can keep Michael Jordan under 20 when he was at North Carolina.
Just a shot clock reset being done here.
One shot clock's not working right now.
Yeah, the shot clock over the River Lions basket is not on. And the teams will go back and chit-chat with their benches as they get to work on this clock fix. So quick impromptu timeout here to start the quarter.
Now, in the back of the Saskatoon Mamba is a game earlier this year where they needed 4 points in target score to win.
Yeah.
And they gave up 19 straight points.
Yeah.
So you don't want to relive it, you don't want to talk about it, but it's in their mind.
It's been a recurring thing in this building. There's been some strange target score times here, Joe. The River Lions had one a couple of weeks ago against Brampton where they trailed big time, and it was like 22 minutes worth of target score time to try to come back, and they got it to within single digits. While we are getting the shot clock sorted out, we'll let you know that for the second game of their road trip, the Saskatoon Mamba run it back and face the Ottawa Blackjacks for the second time this week, this time from the arena at TD Place in Ottawa. Tip-off 7 p.m. Eastern Time on June the 21st, this Sunday, 5 p.m. Central. And the River Lions will take to the road for their next game as they head to Scarborough to face off with Frank Mitchell and the Shooting Stars. Action begins Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Still getting to work on the shot clock fix.
Yeah, people might think one shot clock is better than none, but the problem is if you're at the end that you're not shooting at, so it makes it tough. So in situations like this, look for the PA announcer to get involved with a countdown.
That always reminds me of the Game 1 Raptors Nets 2014 at the at Scotiabank Arena. The shot clock breaks, and Herbie Kuhn just has to yell, "Horn!" every time the shot clock goes off. Should have been making double time that day, I would say.
Well, the good thing is we've got Rod Mahood on the PA here in this arena, so we've got an experienced voice.
So the clock is not fixed on the end the Mamba are shooting at right now. It is working at the end the River Lions are shooting at. So Rod Mahood is going to yell out 10 and then 5 on the shot clock, and he might have to yell horn himself. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Davian Jones can't hit from deep, and the River Lions the other way. So we're back, action moving here in the fourth. Ahmad driving. When he's gotten downhill in this game, he's found success, Joe.
Yeah, they just But the thing was, even in transition, the ball was in his hands the entire time.
Trey Townsend tries to throw it up there for Bediako. He catches it. And Jaden Bediako is fouled. He will head to the free throw line. Looking to reach 20 points if he can knock in one of these.
When you're a smaller post player, and I can attest that because that's what I was my entire life. The only way you can guard a big with help is you can't get up to their length, but you can trap their feet.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to bring help, I want to double team their feet so that they can't pivot.
Yeah.
And so if Bediako gets the ball underneath the basket, you don't want him to spin anywhere.
And he hits the pair, 21 points now for Jaden Bediako.
And the free throw line is another part of his game that he's improved.
So were you something of a fire hydrant in the post defending, Joe Razzo? Kind of like Kyle Lowry in his prime?
I could jump a curb.
Just not getting moved off the spot.
Yeah, post play is all about real estate. You know, you work early, get your real estate, get your position on offense. On defense, if you're going to ask for help, it's their legs that you want to collapse on.
Khalil Ahmad to the free throw line here. Quiet game by his standards for sure. Just 5 points through 3 quarters, 2 of 10 from the field. 2 assists to 4 turnovers. A very un-Khalil Ahmad-like performance for him.
Off a 37-point game.
Yeah. Hits both free throws. It's a 25-point game. Again, after 4 minutes, the first stoppage will initiate target score time. And that's going to be a turnover and a chance here for the River Lions to cut into it a little further.
One of the few mistakes that Saskatoon has made in transition there.
Can they chip away? Ahmad, carry, 3. That's good. Down to 22.
Yeah, Ronald Carey can shoot the ball. He can score the ball.
Dejuan Gordon gets TJ Law off his feet. Was looking for the contact, didn't get the call. And a miss. Now Carey, quick strike 3. That's off, and the Mamba survive that. Bediako roaring down the lane, and an and one opportunity way with a head of steam for Donald Carey Jr. to deal with.
So Mueller's going down the other end, guns a-blazing. Niagara shoots the 3. Now Mueller's got to get back, and Bediako beats him down. There's nobody else to stop him down there. It's not effort on Mueller. It's that you've got to stop the big with other guys. And guards can't guard bigs in the post, but if you stop them at the free throw line, then you can wait for help to come.
What did you make of that early clock shot by Carey on the 3? It seemed like maybe, I know he just hit the previous 3. You want to check the stove a little bit, but
yeah, I think so. I think that, you know, like you can call it a heat check, but I think that was an opportunity to, to take the ball inside or one more pass.
Here's Kennedy. He's got Dunn Martin on him. He'll drive up and under. Nice finish, Keontae Kennedy.
And again, he was looking for Bediako.
Fuller to the corner. Townsend 3. It's a great looking skip pass and a great finish by Townsend on the other end.
Yeah, this group off the bench has played well and smart and kept the flow going.
Carey with another attempted 3. That one doesn't fall. Loose ball comes to Lal. And Khalil Ahmad with it. He'll take the screen from Mueller. Into the paint. Finds a cutting Kennedy. And it's off the fingertips of Mueller.
And a broken record. And Bediako, Kennedy has, that's a dunk for Kennedy all year long.
Totally.
But now he sees Bediako there. And the threat of it causes him to change up his shot.
All 6'10 of Bediako has been felt on that end of the floor. The number of shots he's contested and altered tonight, Joe, can't even really put a number on it.
And sometimes the altering just has been with his presence.
Yeah, just that deterrent. Business decisions. Dunn Martin keeping that handle alive. He's slick with it. Now he's got Kennedy on him in space. Bandu goes to the wing, pumps, drives, and a great finish. That's Bandu just using his shooting gravity to get that ball on the wing and go to work.
If Devontae Bandu was a football player, I'll guarantee it, he is playing offense.
Carey, little step through. No chance off the glass there. Bediako with the board. Chance to push this back to 30 or more. Dunn Martin has the big man Lufile on him. He just jets by him, but pass in traffic is booted away. It's going to stay here, though, off of the River Lions.
That's a tough pass to the big man, and Saskatoon's able to keep it.
And Lufile trying to steal away that inbound pass. It's off him. Mamba ball, 9 on the clock. The shot clock, by the way, has been fixed above the rim the Mamba are shooting on. Here's Bediako. He's just going to go headlong at Lufile. Had a lot of English on that, but can't get it to fall in. Lufile underneath, he finishes.
And Bediako down at the other end there.
Yeah, Bediako never made the run back down the floor. And here he is to set the screen. Dunn Martin. Kennedy guarding him. He's tough to stay in front of. So quick, gentle off the glass finish. Tavian Dunn Martin.
Funneling a guy like Tavian Dunn Martin to the basket, you need that help to come. You got to show him bodies.
Lawrence, 3, that's good.
Yeah, Warren did a nice job of showing himself to Lufile there.
Townsend on the catch. Pump, sidestep. Can't get it to fall from the corner. Kennedy now. Hollis in the corner. Up to Warrens. He's going to drive and spin. Bediako was there, forced the pass. And Warrens can't get the putback to fall. He's still fighting under there, but Bediako comes away with it. Jones now on the run. Tried to pull off some acrobatics and out of bounds.
I don't think he knew what he wanted to do there. Sean, I can't say enough. Like, you know, people thought, you know, maybe the Mamba are coming to town acting like tourists, maybe visit the falls and the whole bit. But no way, they were nothing but business from start to now.
Kayo, Lufile back up to Warrens. He'll drive. Kicks it back out to Kennedy. Kennedy, 3. That's good, but great to see that go down. Nothing's coming easy. It's always the second and third actions, it seems, that the River Lions have to rely on against this Mamba defense.
If you're the River Lions right now,
Bediako fouled underneath. It's going to be a baseline inbound, 14 on the clock.
so here's Niagara now making a substitution. Nayab Nur Hussein.
And Curtis Hollis is fouled out of this game. Just picked up his 5th foul. So they'll talk things over here. 25 seconds until a stoppage will initiate target score time.
And a tactical timeout here for Saskatchewan. It's a use it or lose it. Only 2 timeouts go into target score.
Yeah.
But now they're going to talk about scoring, defense, and if they can play defense for the 24 seconds, they're going to try to, use the foul to get into target score time.
Yeah.
What they don't want to do is give Niagara multiple opportunities.
Yeah, if you're the Mamba, you're in the business of limiting any sort of cut into this advantage you have going into target score time, particularly in light of the 19-0 run they gave up to Scarborough not long ago to drop a game in target score time. That's the thing. The clock is no longer your friend with target score time, Joe. It's really, you got to play it all the way through.
Yeah, there's no question. Target score time, if anything, helps the team that's behind, because the factor of the clock is eliminated and you can continue games. Sometimes the game target score doesn't start till 2 minutes left in the game, and then you extend it so the amount of minutes you play is much longer sometimes, but then sometimes you can come out and get a 9-0 run by the offense and it's all over.
Number 2, Ayub Hussein is checked in here for Niagara. Long defender to try to get a stop here. Townsend can't get it to go, leaves it on the rim, and the River Lions the other way. 15 seconds. Kennedy. They're going to want to get something off here, you would think.
Now you're going to get fouled.
And there you go. Dunmartin fouls Keontae Kennedy, so it'll be a 22-point advantage for the Mamba going into target score time. We're playing a 102. River Lions will need to put 31 up after the break. We will come back with target score time and the conclusion of this school day affair between the Mamba and the River Lions on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Will resume.
Here, 93-71 lead they carry as the clocks are now shut off, and we're playing to 102. Mamba looking to pull themselves up to 500 with their 5th win in 6 games. River Lions looking to avoid falling back below 500 as they sit 5-5. And Joe, I mean, for the Mamba, we've seen, again, they've had struggles in target score time. We've seen a lot of teams kind of just like lose themselves a little bit when you get to this point in the game. The clocks are off. It just kind of becomes a different psychological thing to overcome. You would think they'd probably learned something from that game against Scarborough not long ago, right?
Listen, they've learned a lot. This whole team has learned a lot from being, starting off 0-5, or so, and just they've done an absolute super job of growing. So I look for them to be very efficient here.
Warrens for 3. That's short, and it's going to go the Mamba's way. Lufile called for the loose ball foul. It's only his first personal foul. No one really in foul trouble on either side outside of Curtis Hollis, who has already fouled out for the River Lions. Dunmartin. Jalen Williams, 3. They're 6 points away.
Yeah, they came out with their first. Both teams had a designed play. Saskatoon is much more effective than theirs.
Warrens swings it back to Kennedy. Down low to Lufile to the corner. Nur Hussein cashes the triple.
and his first professional basket.
Gotta love to see that for the developmental player for the River Lions.
Yeah, again, now you're in target score. The one thing you can't do if you're Niagara is you can't pick up fouls. And here they are putting Tavian Dunn-Martin at the free throw line.
Dunn-Martin, 20 points, 8 assists in this game. Ruthlessly efficient, 7 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from downtown. Just 1 turnover as well. Has been an absolute command of his team in this game.
Sounds like a headline for this game, ruthlessly efficient. That's the Mamba right now. They were extraordinary.
Still shooting better than 50% from 3 in this game. Deep into it.
I like the part. I think their decision making has been off the charts. And that goes back to their coaching right now. This is an A++ performance at every level.
Here's Warrens powering his way into the lane. Dump off to Lafile. Can't get it to fall. Fight for it at the rim. Kayo's underneath with it. He kicks it out to the corner. Warrens 3. Good. Down to 21. Mamba just need 4 points. Jones driving, and a foul is going to be called on the floor here against Nathan Kayo. And the River Lions are over the limit for fouls, which means the Mamba will be shooting the rest of the way. Just 2 team fouls in the quarter for the Mamba. Reminder, fouls carry over from the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter into target score time. Splits the pair, they're 3 points away. Kennedy to Kayo. And Kennedy tries to throw it down, but there's Bediako again, making it more difficult than it typically would be. Here's Bandu in the lane. That pass to nobody but Warrens, 2-on-1 on the break, and Cam Warrens can't convert the alley-oop layup finish. Bediako the other end, throws it down with 2 hands as Joe rubs his temples.
Man, at some point you got to respect the game. If you're not going to work hard at the defense, but you get 2-on-1s, you're throwing up alley-oops, look at the score.
A miss there by Kennedy and a chance to win here, 1 point away for the Saskatoon Mamba, looking to pull back to 500. Dunn-Martin rises for 3. That's good, and that's game. Tavian Dunn-Martin playing the air guitar, and the Mamba roll to a 104-77 victory. Not messing around at all in target score time. Just a brilliant effort from Isaiah Fox's team today.
Exclamation mark. Maybe one of the best performances I've seen by a CEBL team from start to finish. A++, efficiency, scouting report, game plan, absolute sensational if you're a Mamba fan.
This team has now won 5 of its last 6 games, and the race out west is tight. Winnipeg and Vancouver at 7-4 lead the way. The Mamba now just a game and a half back of both of those teams with this incredible run they've been on of late.
And undefeated with Jaden Bediako plays.
5-0. And speaking of Jaden Bediako, he had the 26 points and 9 rebounds in today's game. He is with J.J. Edison down on the baseline. J.J.
Thanks, guys. You got teammates coming in behind you, Jaden. 5-5 now on the season, a very dominant win. Where does this game stack in terms of your other games this season?
Like every other game, we need every win we can get, right? We had a slow start, now we're on the roll, and yeah, but this wins a lot more. It means a bit more just because these other defending champs, they're good back-to-back. It's hard to win here. We beat them here last year, so getting 2 wins, my career being here, is big.
Yes, talking to your head coach before the game about Tavian Dunn-Martin as the captain of this team. What has he done in terms of leadership to bring this group together as you navigate your way through the summer?
I feel he just leads by example, right? He comes in, he plays hard, he helps us out on offense and defense, he holds us all accountable. We all be kind of doing that though, but it's great to have a guy like that who had a great season with Montreal last year to be on this roster and help us out a lot.
You're familiar with the Niagara region, a former Ridley College Tiger yourself, obviously. What would a younger version of Jaden say to this version of Jaden and what you've accomplished so far in your professional career?
Don't be satisfied, right? Like, be proud of, like, you know, be happy where you are, not like come to where you were at, right? So I had a past, it was cool, but like just the past year and being with the 905, being in Mexico, being a pro, I'll tell them keep going, you know. Not where I want to be, but not where I used to be. So great to, you know, just keep going. That's what I tell myself.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck on Sunday in Ottawa.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, coming up after the break, Sean and Joe put a bow on this school day game here in Niagara. Don't go anywhere. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From High Rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
redtag.ca.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Back inside Meridian Center, this CEBL day-night doubleheader continues today. Matthew Cleveland, Justin Harmon, and the rest of the Ottawa Blackjacks head to the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center to take on Miles Powell and the Scarborough Shooting Stars. 8-1 to lead the East. Tip-off from Scarborough at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Catch it all on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and on YouTube. And Joe putting a bow here on this one. The Mamba started the season 0-4, but this looks every bit like a team that could contend out in the West.
Oh my God, yeah. The snake just choked out the lion. Like it was something special. This team has got it together. The key part is keeping it together.
Yeah.
You know, don't if it works, don't fix it. They bring that attitude, that effort in every game. They are going to be incredibly dangerous.
I mean, the backbone of this team being Tavion Dunn-Martin, as we see some of his exploits from today, and Jaden Bediako, who we've said all night long has just been outstanding. Our Booster Juice player of the game with 26 points. He's just been a game changer for this team. 5-0 with him in the lineup. Really excited to see how this team can continue to build over the back portion of the season. For the River Lions, Joe, how do you recover from a game like this? Just an absolute punch in the mouth.
Yeah, you know what? You got to keep searching for identity, and they haven't found it, and consistency. But with the Mamba, it's strength down the middle. In every sport, it doesn't change. The fact that you've got Dunn-Martin playing the way he is, Badiako protecting the rim on the other end, this team's got parts, and their parts are playing well together.
As far as the River Lions, again, not many silver linings, but maybe we should shout out Cameron Warrens, who I thought had himself a pretty good game. Bit of a gaffe on missing the alley-oop finish in target score time as we see on the replay there, but 21 points for him, 7 to 13. Do you imagine he's someone who Kimball McKenzie might lean on a little further going forward?
Well, every day at practice there's competition, and he's competing. He sent the message to the guys on the floor. Well, coach, I'm sitting over here. Get me in that starting lineup. And he was the one bright spot, I thought, that, you know, he played well and he made his shots, but you're absolutely right. He challenged the guys who were starting.
That does it for us from St. Catharines. Thanks so much for watching the CEBL on CEB Plus, YouTube, and CBC Gem. I'm Sean Woodley for Joe Razzo and JJ Evanston. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your Friday.
Knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run. With your head top down for some action.